loud as hell. Oh shit. Couldn't do it. Nigga. Man got a fake Gucci shirt on. This nigga would kill you with no with no with no hesitation. Oh man, I couldn't do it, bro. Can't do it. Could not do it. Bro, niggas riding around in the city with scooters and AK-47s and gonna up the chop as soon as they see something look unnormal. You come there with some earrings on and bruh, it's over with. Cuz might kill you for a bag of groceries. Real talk, bro. Look, bro is riding on a scooter with flip flops and a chopper, bro. Come on, gay. With a Draymond Green jersey on, bro. Don't nobody, don't nobody wearing a Draymond Green jersey or just basketball jerseys in general, bro. Riding a scooter, oh, he definitely gonna kill you. That boy got a Pistons hat on, bro. A Pistons hat with all the extra shit. This some shit you used to wear like 1993. Pistons, Pistons fitted with a fake Gucci shirt on. It's over. It's over. 150? Cuz boy, 150 pounds. Hold on. Let's see how big this nigga is. That's how you know. Bruh. Bruh. 5'7", 150 pounds. He's sparking. He gonna spark something. Or he might get hit with the machete. Look at this hat, bruh. Bruh, look at this hat. I'm telling you, bruh, this nigga's a cold-blooded, bloodthirsty killer. Look, bruh. Really got on bullet holes, bruh. That shit is crazy. Kids walking to school, get groceries, and they got, man, that's a rough life, my nigga. I couldn't do it. Protect and serve. I suppose that's what they mean. That's the police station. They just shot the police station up. That's over with. Golly. Damn, bro, that's fucked up. That's that barbecue nigga right there. He the cleanest one out of all of them. and barely matching. My question is, bro. My question is like these. You know, never mind. What's wrong? That must be a body right there. Had to have been a body in the street. What the fuck this nigga doing? Huh. Yeah, that shit sad, bro. I don't see how like other countries don't step in and kind of like you know what I mean. That's wild. Ah yeah, man, it's crazy as hell. Look, I got this in there. I wanted to see what these niggas hollering. Let's see what they doing up here. They be in here lying. Ooh, I know, bro. They so lame, bro. Why, bro? Niggas be so lame, bro. Like why? You don't have to do all that, bro. Swear you don't. He over here recording her booty, bro. Like that shit is lame. He know what he doing. We know what he doing, bruh. She fine though. Lame. Like I told you. Look at what bruh. You can't do that in the States, bro. They gonna laugh at you, my nigga. You can't do that in the States, bro. Like what? Bro trying to be like, he over here like, cuz over here like, yeah, this how we do it out in Thailand, baby. Yeah. Uh-huh, yeah. We having it everything. We having motion and all that. You heard me? That's what he doing, bro. Basically. Look. Had to let hey, he had to let her know he stayed in the condo, bro. Cuz, what are you talking about? Nigga, that's bruh. You are not balling right now. You not you not in your bag, bro. Look, she's smiling in the bag. Like what? Two she said two ladies. This nigga, bro, what the fuck? Uh-oh. Cuz. My bad, y'all. Man, what the fuck? Hmm. My bad, y'all. Just you could go. I don't know. Look, you can go be yourself, bro. You ain't. I guess he trying to show people, you know what I'm saying, how easy it is. But bro, that's not the way, bro. Like, come on, bro. You already know what's going on. You already know what people go there for. Like, cuz just, uh, cuz about to spend $1,000 in one day on all that. You hear me? Okay, this what the people want to see. Oh, work. Bro, that's A1 ball right there. She cold and she know it, and she already fed up with his shit already. Cause they probably come and be, you feel me, pa 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 all the time, bro. Like it's no hesitation. She the truth. She is the truth. Look. I bet you $5 to a bucket of shit he gonna shoot. They all in there shooting. OG done shot. You hear me? She fed up. She cold though. Premium. That's premium. Premium package. She cold. See, she wouldn't give him no act, no act right cover. Like, oh, she ain't going. She really didn't understand him though. But I mean, he didn't even throw nothing out there for real. She just didn't understand him. What he should have did, he should have got there, been on Duolingo or something, and been able to say some words or something. You know what I'm saying? Intrigue her because right now she don't know what's going on. And you know how many people probably come over there and be like hitting on her and all that. Come on, bro. Let's be for real. Let's be all the way for real. I'll be on her hip. I'm not playing. I'm on hip. I'm on body, nigga. We not bullshitting. What's happening? Okay. That's your condo. That's your condo, huh? That's your condo, huh? Bruh. Nigga. I told you, cuz I'm like, bruh. Look at OG. Look at OG. He just minding his business. He probably done spent about 30 bands already. He done bought hella. You hear me? He probably live there for real. Man, whatever, nigga. Alright. Let's see what they hollering. Oh my god. True. I ain't gonna lie. With this one, is more. It is better, but I feel like it's a lot more like the story ain't as like the other story was kind of generic. You know what I'm saying? It was cool, but it needed like more depth to it. And now it's like, yeah, this the last season, but it's finna go into all the other stuff they got. They got Origins, then they gonna have the one with Tariq and Tommy. It got more like depth to it. Like the storytelling is a lot better, and that's what they need, bro. In order to keep Power going, because it's been going so long, bro, you gotta have the depth to it, bro. You got to. You can't sit here and have like, you know what I'm saying, just like little bits and pieces on there to where like it's a generic storyline because again, like this only went 3 seasons. It only went 3 seasons because it was too generic, bro. And this season is gonna bring it home full circle. But yeah, you gotta have some. Even with Power Book Ghost 2, that shit wasn't generic. It was fire for sure. But it could have been better. It could have been better with that, like he said, the OG Power field. Raising Kanan going crazy. Power Book 2 Ghost was going crazy too. It had some good acting in there, but I just feel like they could take it to another level. Like to be like an Ozarks. I mean, Power is what it is in its own right. It's a good show, but to take it to that next level, bro, you got to get back to the OG Power vibe. But you gotta really kick that storyline up, bro. You gotta really like, you gotta bring a dude like Jason Bateman in there and just get some real crazy. I know you're trying to put people on because you're trying to like let other directors and like producers and showrunners get they put their own creative twist to it. But you need like a Ozarks, Black Rabbit, Breaking Bad, Vince Gilligan type like mind in there. You know what I'm saying? And really up the budget. And you could take it could really be that. Power really could be that. But I just think that like you really gotta put it's gonna cost money for all that. But for them minds to be in there, bro, like I just don't want it to become like how when you open up a soda and you just sit it down, it get flat. Like they gonna have to really get in their bag, bro. Like you really gotta have somebody in the corner to really like, yeah, we better turn this up a notch. You can keep Tariq, you can keep Tommy, but you gotta like get somebody in there like a Vince Gilligan or Jason Bateman to really turn this bitch up. Cause Jason Bateman, like he did Black Rabbit, that shit was stressful as hell. Good show, stressful. It was an 8 series. That shit was like that was movie quality. So if you can get some shit like that going, like yeah, it's going down. Whatever they do with Origins, this shit gotta be like whatever they do with Origins, because Power was and that's the pinnacle. I ain't gonna lie, Raising Kanan is good. If I can rank them all, it's gonna be Power, Raising Kanan, Power Book 2 Ghosts, Force. But Power Book Two Ghosts is up there though. It's like they really like with Raising Kanan and Power Book Two Ghosts, but really Raising Kanan and a little bit more cinematic. So I had to get an edge to Raising Kanan. But I like Ghosts a lot. But I really like so it's Power. It's a close tie between Power Book Two Ghosts and Raising Kanan and this. But Origins gonna have to trump Raising Kanan. It's gonna have to. It's gonna have to only because this this is really where everything kind of really began. And if they don't do it right, if they don't do it right, bro, it's this could be very bad for Power, bro. Like they need to take their time. They need to finish out for us. And they need to literally take their time on this one. Even the one with Tariq and Tommy, take y'all time and film it right. Don't get no generic characters. If you do get somebody that ain't really acted before, you need to make sure that they like. I don't know. I just know that if you do get somebody that's new that's like breaking out to the acting world, you need to make sure that they like check out the boxes. Because I remember Force first season and Diamond's still working on his shit. And Isaac Keys, I like him because he the bros too. Shout out to the Qs. But the thing about his acting is you could tell that like he probably done had like little like being in the background or like extras and stuff like that in small roles. But like this is his first time being like the face of something, and a lot of his like I think this season you could tell he getting better with his craft. But season one, season two, shaky. You can't have that shit when it come to Orange and this new one because you really trying to get the crowd to kind of like you feel me. You really trying to get that, yeah. You trying to get that shit back. So I feel him. No, he is a good actor. Nah, he cold. He was good at All American too. He played in something else, but yeah, he's a good actor, bro. Yeah, when we talking about like like I'm just talking about, I think Makai, bro, he not a bad actor. He's good, but he still got to keep elevating. But he's good for what they need. They can really, you feel me, fold him up in there. They can really like take that to the next level with him, Makai. Now him, he gonna shine. He gonna shine. All American, like when he was in All American, I was like, oh, yeah, yeah, he got the depth. And I ain't seen him since All American, so I know he only got better, bro. Like, but when it came to raising Canaan, you got Joey Badass, cold, cold man. He did his thing. He did his deal on there. Like him, you had bro that played in House Party. Uh, you had you got Patricia Miller, cold. Uncle Marvin, cold. Like Haley Kid, cold. Bro, I could just go down a list of like I don't think Raising Kanan had a bad actor. Tony Danza, the dude that played Sal Baselli, all of these people on there, knockout, knockout, actors. But then when you get to Force, it's like you got Tommy, Liliana was cold. Vic is a good actor. Vic is a real good actor. Jannard, phenomenal actor. Diamond, eh, he getting there. Uh, what's that man? But then you got other people that's on there, and you like I can see they trying to give them their chance and like step it up, which it's just like for me, like when you get them type of people in there and you got these type of shows, bro, they can really make or break this motherfucker for real, bro. Like, so yeah, I don't know, but that's how I feel about it. That's how I feel, bro. You gotta tighten that shit up. Mm, really do, cause these shows could be generational. I know Power already is, but it could be way better than what it is. Let's go. Let me make sure my headphones work, cause I might have to change these hoes out. Check, check, check. Trying to see if I can hear myself. Check, check, check. I know y'all hear me. Nigga. Check, check, check. Oh yeah. How the fuck? Trying to see if I can hear myself. Bruh, oh man, I ain't been able. Oh my god. You can't hear myself? Oh, the desktop audio not cracking. It's in my headphones. Oh, I knew it was some bullshit. Why? I knew it was something. Hold on. I'm a motherfucker. It's always something. Hold on, y'all. I knew I should have did that first. That was the first thing I should have did. Let me see. Y'all, bro, this shit about to bother me, y'all. Ah! Every fucking time. That's why I ain't been recording. I have not been recording because of this reason alone. Every time I be trying to like, huh, I'm gonna have to stop this shit and start.
Former Giants head coach, I should
Huh.
say,
Let me
said
see
some
if y'all can
things
hear me
about
now.
Shador Sanders allegedly going on with these different things with his wearing headphones and during the whole draft process interviewing. Is that true? We don't know definitively. What we do know definitively, for those of us like myself that has been paying attention, that has been watching Shador since he was in college, is that he's a phenomenal football player and he can definitely read plays going down the field. Shador Sanders make plays getting down the football field. That was something Dylan Gabriel lacked. That was something we did not see Dylan Gabriel do ever. Like we got to
Yo,
clear the air there. Ever. We did not see
yo, yo,
Dylan
yo.
Gabriel move the ball down the field ever. There was all these check down passes, bubble screens, and different things like that. And even like with the screen plays.
Let's see.
He threw the ball over the receiver head, which I'm not here to bash any player. You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
yo,
I'm trying to
yo.
be more positive because something is
Trying
dawning
to make
on
sure
me.
y'all hear me.
You know, what's dawning he threw the ball over the receiver head, which I'm not here to bash any player. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be more positive because something is dawning on me. You know, what's
Bet. Yeah, man, I couldn't figure out what the fuck was going on.
dawning on me, as bad as I want Shador out of Cleveland, because y'all know I do. I've been
Yeah,
preaching about
this
that.
nigga tripping.
I woke up today with a newfound entity,
Uh oh.
with a newfound energy, which means to tell me that you know what, this thing might play out. Maybe Shador should stay in Cleveland,
Mm.
and we just need to get rid of Kevin Stefanski. Maybe Shador should remain in Cleveland, build a legacy of his own there, not be behind anyone else. It'll be his own legacy he started. He's not going to, play.
I don't know, brother. I don't know, man.
Starter for their afternoon tilt
I
on
hope
Sunday
so.
against the Niners.
Let's
The
hope.
starter for their afternoon tilt on Sunday against the Niners. Sanders will make his second consecutive start, and Kevin Stefanski said the first thing was to win, which Sanders did obviously against the Raiders. Next thing now is improvement, which will be one game better. In his first start, Sanders
I
went
hope
11
so,
for
Shador.
20,
Come on, don't let your
209
brother
passing
down.
yards, one touchdown, one interception, leading the Browns to a big win, obviously, over the Raiders. Shador became the first Browns quarterback to win his first career start since Eric, is it Zaire? Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
Zaire
Yeah.
in 1995. It
Yeah.
had been a minute, okay? That's all we're going to say. But what do we expect to see now from Shador Sanders on Sunday against the Niners? Just pointed out.
Boy, I know that nigga Dylan Gabriel's stomach and knots right now. He like, ah. I'm telling you, bro. Like the way this whole situation has been like twisted and turned, and like I can't imagine how like both players feel. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody just want to play football. At the end of the day, people just want to play football, and they trying to just like make a living for themselves, make a living for their family. And you got people just like pitting them against each other. And now you gotta know like we can only hope and pray that there's no like animosity internally, and actually deep down somewhere, somehow, somewhere, it's a little predatory, like, damn, nigga, like, damn, it should be me. He done took my, you feel me? Oh, I gotta play better. But you got the media and you got the players, like, that could be a big, like, a punch to the stomach, man, when you see other players, like, the way they celebrate somebody a little different when, you know, you out there. And then on top of that, just like the coach situation, like the whole thing in Cleveland is just being like a complete, utter cluster F. But it was an opportunity for bro to go there, and I think that just the whole like draft situation was a complete cluster F, anyways. But I just feel like at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? We here now, so you got to do what you got to do. Dylan Gabriel he had every opportunity to do what he wanted to do what he needed to do, but he didn't do it. So at this point, you can't really feel sorry for him because they literally gave him the position. They traded Joe Flacco and was like, hey, you the starter. And bro just didn't do nothing with it. So it's like, hey man, yeah,
Out.
they 2-8.
Saleh can really coach defense, so a bigger challenge, we would assume, than what we saw in the Raiders. CC, what do you think?
Well, here's the thing. I think
Man.
Shador Sanders had some good things to build on in his first start. Being able to push the ball down the field, the off-schedule throws to Isaiah Bond and Jerry Judy, those are things to be lauded for. The other thing that we got to point out, only one sack in that game against the Raiders.
Huge.
That's big. Max Crosby,
Huge.
that Raiders defensive front, they can get after quarterbacks. The fact
Now listen, I'm a Shador Sanders fan. Through and through. Been watching him since he was at Truth. But I hope because he's getting more practice with the ones and his team is they getting used to his cadence and they blocking better and they got a little pep in their step that it'd be a different outcome. Like it'd be better. He'd be more like innocent. Like it'd just feel like he in college again. You know what I'm saying? I hope that's what it's like. But I also know that the 49ers, they some headhunters too. You know what I'm saying? But I just hope what they can do is when they get out there is the D line put pressure on the quarterback, Brock Purdy, because when Brock Purdy get uncomfortable, he do some questionable things. Also, the 49ers got a lot of injuries right now, so the defense is going to have to play ball. If the defense can shut the offense down and the O line can protect your door, they win. Truly, in true fashion, they can win. This is a big game. This is a state. The first game he performed well, but this right here is a statement game for the Browns and Shador. It's a statement game. You know what I'm saying? Because again, like you got Joey Bosa out. You ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got to worry about Fred Warner. You know what I'm saying? You do got to worry about them DBs though. Them DBs doing their thing. And like I say, the 49ers is they a heavy, hard hitting team. They got good DC. They got a good head coach. You got to put pressure on Brock Purdy. You got to make him make the bad throws, and you got to shut Christian McCaffrey down. If you can do that, Shador's your game to lose. And that's how I feel, man. Like, again, like the Raiders, they gonna play ball. You know what I'm saying? They gonna they got a good D line, but the back end is very suspect. You know what I'm saying? So I think as long as y'all can control the back end for the Niners and the O line can keep grass off your back and keep you unscathed, bro, it's all good.
That he's
All
not
day.
constantly retreating out of the back end of the pocket and putting himself up against it against NFL caliber pass rushers, that is a positive. Now, of course, it's going to be uneven.
Yeah.
He got fooled with the zone pressure, Charles Snowden, and the NFL start. The kind of time that they've given quarterbacks in the past, this Cleveland Browns passing game led by Shador Sanders could carve you up. So I'm not going to take it as a fait accompli that the San Francisco 49ers go into Cleveland and boat race the Browns.
Okay, what do you think,
I like
Stephen A?
who you are.
I think balling out is a bit too extreme. I don't think we saw enough from Shador Sanders to say that he's ready to do that against the 49ers team, which is obviously much, much better than the Las Vegas Raiders. But what if he's just better than what we saw last weekend? I think we'll be satisfied with that. I think that would be an upgrade. I think that'll be something that can build, and they could potentially make some things happen. He missed Jerry Jeudy on a couple of occasions. I saw Jeudy over, he didn't get him the ball. But outside of that, I'm looking at him and I'm saying, you know what, against this 49ers team, that's, again, is good, but in the same breath, don't have their two elite guys. If he goes out there and balls and look better than he did against the Vegas Raiders, against the Las Vegas Raiders, I think that'll be a huge plus. I don't expect him to play lights out, throw for 300 or 400 yards or anything like that. But if he's in the 200-plus yard range and he's throwing the ball efficiently and not turning the ball over, I think that's a plus, and I think that's something to build on.
Yeah, listen, I fully agree. With Stephen, I think when you have these conversations about expectations on quarterback, keep them realistic, right? Like think about Lamar Jackson just coming back and the way he's played these 3 games being banged up, right? He hasn't been like a world beater, but he's finding ways to win, right? The most important part of QB play is not giving the game away. I thought that what Shador did, they haven't done all season. In one game, Shador had the 3 largest completions in the Cleveland Browns in all their games of the season. He had a 66, a 52, and a 39-yard completion in one game. So he pushed the ball down. Now, one's a quick screen out. I get everybody's like, oh, it's a screen. Well, guess what? Stafford those screens too. And so does Drake May, and so does every other quarterback. And that's what your job is to get it to the playmakers, allow them to go make plays. But the part that you said, CC, that I loved is the sacks. And I think
the biggest thing right here is being that everybody knows what's been going on with the Browns, and you know what the people wanted. We know what the people wanted. Everybody wanted to see Shador, even his teammates. So even with that being said, I feel like you gotta try to like understand that when he was out there against the Raiders, that defense and offense was playing for bruh. I'm telling you, when I watched that game, I was like, I've never seen these boys play like this. You see Myles Garrett hustle, but the way they was getting after it, it's like they wanted to win the game for Shador. You can see it. You can see it in everybody, even the O line, bro. Everybody had the energy to know that they could win this game. You know what I'm saying? And I that can only give me the type of confidence to say that next week or this coming up Sunday, they basically will be the O line will be better because they want to protect their quarterback. They actually see that they said next year we probably got a chance. We want him to be our quarterback, so we're gonna play for him. And that's how it is. I've been playing football since I was 7. I stopped playing when I was like 21. I got hurt. I tore my ACL. But that's in every step it away, yeah, you're gonna play hard. But when you got a good team, you got a brother, and you got a good quarterback, like, and you got people on your team that make plays, you want to take care of them as much as possible, especially if you got an X factor player. You want to make sure you take care of them as much as possible, and you want to play for them because you already know how political it can be. And I think that's where we are right now. Everybody want to play hard. Like the defense was playing lights out football, bro.
Introducing
So
Iron Beam.
even though it was the Raiders, even though it was the Raiders, bro, the fact that they had that spark, it shows that they can go out there and compete in these other games, and that's all that matters.
I would say it's like having another producer in the room that knows exactly what your song needs. This is co-producer. The fast.
I know it was you. You torched my warehouse. My bricks are ash now.
You don't got no fire insurance? I know that costs a little bit extra, but it's worth every penny.
Tommy versus Miguel Garcia and El Shay's return in episode 4. It's a topic we haven't been through in detail yet this season because I just wanted to let the storyline cook. I do think we know where they're going with it in the long term because we have seen a teaser where we do see Miguel Garcia shooting alongside Tommy. So the question then actually became, how did that happen? We knew we'd definitely see a war early on between Tommy and Miguel, but how did they get here? Because at this moment in time, even though Tommy's made a promise to Maria to not kill Miguel, Miguel is still making moves to kill Tommy. There's definitely a lot of different dynamics and story points at play with this particular triangle that involves Tommy, Miguel, and Maria Garcia. Roberto Ortega is now also involved, Miguel creating a potential alliance with the Marquez cartel, which definitely won't go down well with Shay, who runs the Estrada cartel. Big Gold Belt Media did release an episode 4 exclusive clip, which I will link down below in the description section, and I do think it ties in nicely with this particular topic. So we're definitely going to be running through that exclusive clip in this breakdown as well. But a lot of moving pieces with this one, and that's the hot topic of this particular breakdown, for all things Power Book 4 Force Season 3. Now, as always, context is important, so this is what Joseph Sikora had to say prior to Season 3. He has a very worthy adversary in Miguel, and I think that is certainly one of the overriding themes of this season, his relationship not only with Maria, but with Miguel as well. Tommy is no dummy, he knows what's at stake if she comes to be with him, and he is willing to take that risk and put his life on the line to make sure that she's protected, even before himself. So in Season 2 we saw Tommy build this relationship with Maria, and Joseph Sikora did say that she was the full package, who brings that Latin fire, but he wasn't to know what Miguel was capable of when he took Maria. We as the audience knew he'd never hurt his baby sister, but Tommy wasn't to know that, and that's what reignited the fire between the two, or should I say poured petrol on a fire that was already burning, between Tommy and Miguel Garcia for Season 3, in a couple of different aspects. There's the aspect of the street war between Tommy and Miguel, which after episode 3 now has a few different pieces and players involved, and 2, the relationship that Miguel disapproves of, Tommy and Maria. Now just in terms of the streets, we have to remember that they both work under Shay, who will be back in episode 4, and we are going to come to that exclusive clip in just a moment. He told them to play nice in the streets because healthy competition will help fill everyone's pockets. But we know what Miguel wants, and we know what Tommy wants. Tommy wants to be the king of Chicago. He wants to be the only Connect in Chicago. But he also made a promise to Maria to not kill Miguel. But the way he hurt Miguel early on was by torching his warehouse, turning his product into ash. And that meant that the CBI were able to swoop in and take all the customers that were under the Serbs, which was also thanks to Merkovic's death. Tommy and Diamond swooped in and got the Albanians on board and also the Italians, who by the way we still haven't seen. I'm not sure whether we will see them later on in Season 3, but we know Tommy has a rich history with the Italians. I personally think it's laying the breadcrumbs and a foundation for a potential storyline and plot point a bit later on, even if it's something that isn't explored in this final season of Force, maybe it's something that they carry over to Power Legacy. We all know what happened between Tommy, Joe Proctor and Elisa Marie, so definitely something I've got my eyes on probably in the long term. But Tommy and Diamond put a real dent in the Insane Prince's organization. However, because of their own personal war with the Marquez cartel, some of their crews, especially on the northwest side, did flip over to Miguel. Now this brings me nicely onto the exclusive clip where we do see Shay return in episode 4.
I meant what I said when I told you I didn't want a war in these Chicago streets. If this mess interferes with my business...
Now the link to the full clip will be down below in the description section. But we do have Shay returning in episode 4, and he definitely isn't happy that Tommy and the CBI are causing chaos in the streets. Shay warned him back in Season 2 he doesn't want anything to damage his business. He knows that war is bad for business, and that means it hurts his pockets. However, Tommy is a character who knows never mess with a Connect's money. back when they were being hit in Power Season 1, Episode 1. In the very first episode, him and Ghost made sure to pay Felipe Lobos full in cash. Same thing here. He drops 2 big bags of cash, and they are huge. It also sounds as if he threw in a bit extra just for the inconvenience. Now, Shay did continue to warn Tommy he doesn't want this to affect his organization. But Tommy's response was, Roberto Ortega isn't as strong as he seems. But that doesn't matter to Shay. He wants Tommy to nip this in the bud right now. He wants 0 problems. Because at the end of the day, I don't think he wants a knock-on effect where it could turn into the Estrada cartel versus the Marquez cartel.
Las broncas le van a traer baja a su empresa, viejo. Pinche ojete piensa que la lana resuelve todo.
Now, you also have Miguel Garcia in this exclusive clip. He kind of reminds me of Randall from Recess, who always used to go back to Miss Finster. Takes me back to my childhood.
Snitching ass.
Miguel's acting like a proper teacher's pet, speaking Spanish,
shit.
telling
Hold on,
Shay
y'all.
that they're reckless, they're causing beef in the streets,
Uh-oh.
knowing full well that he's actually conspiring with Roberto Ortega himself. He even told Ortega towards the end of episode 3 he'll give him a foothold in Chicago and flip on working for Shay if he was presented with a better deal. So Miguel definitely is a piece of work. But just taking it back a second, Miguel has never lost sight of the promise that he made in episode 1. Even after his conversations with Maria, he still wants Tommy dead. So we saw him hire a hitter named Mohit to get the job done.
He almost looked like one of them hitters that was in OG Power. Marco with the Italians.
Now, he turned out to be in the same category as the guys we saw in Season 1, the 4 Horsemen, but I do have to say, Mohit did actually serve a big purpose in the broader storyline, and the storyline that's now about to follow. Mohit's purpose was actually connecting Miguel Garcia directly to Roberto Ortega
It's finna get
and the Marquez
bragging,
cartel.
bitch.
Without Mohit being paid off from the Ortegas, Miguel Garcia would never have connected to Roberto Ortega, and we've all heard the phrase, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So that was Mohit's purpose in Season 3, to bring these 2 characters together. They both want Tommy dead, and Miguel Garcia is also a businessman who will have no qualms over sourcing his product from the Marquez cartel instead of Shay.
I ain't gonna lie, I would've smacked Miguel ass, but you can't because of Che. But boy, I don't care what Maria talking about. You can get you another joint. You can get you another joint. But he got a roll. Put a canoe right through his forehead, right there. Mama. I'm playing. But nah, real talk, bro. Like, Miguel on some, yeah, he on some other shit. My prediction is Miguel gonna end up dying at the end of the season. He gonna save Tommy. Mark my words, where we gonna come back to this?
Shay. He said that he's happy to help the Ortegas and the Marquez cartel gain a foothold in Chicago.
I'm gonna wait till Thursday. We ain't watching no more. That ain't today, is it? Oh, that's
Like,
They getting their shit together, bro. That's crazy. Huh.
The greenish yellow inner bark of a willow has aspirin in it.
Hmm.
It tastes just like biting into an aspirin pill, but it's obviously not as potent as an aspirin pill, so you'd have to chew a lot of it to get the same dose. Look at that water. That is so clear. Gorgeous. I'm just barely starting to get that aspirin taste out of my mouth. So since I'm all by my lonesome, I'm gonna turn on my tracking on my Garmin InReach Mini so my wife knows where I am. So this is mountain ash or roan. Some people say that they're good.
My boy smart. I be seeing him. He be building snow caves and shit. I think he stopped doing this though. He said it was like too much for his life.
Some people say they're poisonous. Best information I can find that the flesh is edible, but the seeds will give you some discomfort. My pants are getting wet. I can start to feel it soak through right there. This is the beaver den. It's hollow inside, and there's usually like a little hole down in there where the beaver comes up underwater, and then he can hang out inside. So a watermelon.
That's pretty dope. I never knew that.
Melonberry. They're usually gone by the end of the summer. I got some blueberries. It's a bunch of crowberries. Some of them are kind of red. It's been such a cold, wet year, the berries aren't ripening properly. They're not ripe yet. The greenish.
Niggas just trash.
You ever beat your dad one-on-one?
Hell yeah. Yeah, I played him when I was in 6th grade.
Sixth grade, he beat me. He was talking crazy. My dad was, basketball. He talked crazy. Like, you just saying, you can't do this, you can't do that. 7th grade, I beat him. I ran in the house. I'm like, Mama, I beat him. Running around the house. She like, yeah. Gassing me up. My dad was like, come on outside. We gonna play again. I was like, hell no. I started like my mama, no, I ain't playing again.
Wow.
He got so mad. He was like, we don't play again? Can't go outside. I was like, what? I was like, I don't want to play. He was like, okay, you don't want to play? We ain't playing all weekend then. We ain't going no AAU games, none of that. We don't want to play no more. We don't like basketball. He was hot. I was like, okay, I just want to play this weekend. I don't care. And he was like, you a sore loser. And I'm like, I won. He was like, you give a man that chance to get that game back. I was like, I don't want to. He's like, you don't take the money and run. You don't do that. He was so mad. And then come Mook. Mook like, you better than him? Like, he's sad, bro. That's why he didn't make it to the NBA.
You ever beat your dad?
Here's how high IQ men sabotage themselves when success is close, and how to stop it. He says he's fine, but he hasn't felt truly focused in years. He calls it burnout, but it's really avoidance. He wants success, but every time things start going right, he finds a way to mess it up. He overthinks, overplans, and underacts. He's tired but can't rest. Resting
we had some speakers during that revival, and they just spoke to me, bro. It just really spoke to me. They basically saying the world think they intimidate us that believes in Jesus and stuff like that. And the reason why people talk about Jesus so much, the world, the people would think that they talking about Jesus so much and Christians so much because we think we better and this and that. No, they talking about it so much because it's the actual truth.
Hands out your pocket. Got anything on you, man? No. Stop.
That boy about to ski down. You hear me? Watch. Ooh. He's slow as hell. You could have caught him. And he got some forces on. And he trying to hold his pants up. Come on. He gone. He ain't even fast for real. Not the fin with a headlight. Oh my God. Anytime you see a fin, you know they on diabolical work. And how did this even happen? How did this even happen, bro? He wasn't even on the phone.
Hands out your pocket.
Oh man, bro had some forces on, bro.
Got anything on you, man? No. Stop running.
Man, he should have bust back through the alley though. Soon as he said hell, gone. Bang right, bang a left. He slow as hell. I would have got off on his ass. Open up his stride. I would have to finish. Like, get on the phone. Yeah, hop on the phone. I'm on that back street. You know where the cemetery is? Come back there. Had the door open. Come up. In that hole. He should just jumped on top of the car for real, because he bullshit. He almost got caught. And he got driving outs. I wonder where the fuck was at. Hold on. Where was these people at, dude? 12 hours be fucking with these future doctors. Oh, shut up. Oh shit! Respect to all three involved. Win, lose, everybody gave us 10%. On me, that shit was crazy. The strength of bro's feet. Facts. How the fuck did he catch him though? Like, how he knew his man was on the way? Like, that don't make no sense. That shit funny as hell. I don't understand how that shit even works. Bro, look at this shit. Bro, you know they ain't like, we did that shit, fool. We did that shit. They in there tripping right now. I know they is.
My name is Jack, New York.
How much money do you spend each month?
Like 8 or 9K.
And what's your occupation? What do you do?
I'm a BI analyst at a big tech company.
What's your salary?
Aaron Rodgers is the reason.
My name is Jack, New York.
How much money do you spend each month?
Like 8 or 9K.
And what's your occupation? What do you do?
I'm a BI analyst at a big tech company.
What's your salary?
At 150 is like the base. I can work from anywhere, can travel. We're at one of my favorite brunch places here in Brooklyn.
How much is it? How much was the Uber?
$71.
He must not have no expenses to live in New York, make 150.
How much was it?
130.
And he spent 9 bands a month. That shit don't add up the right way.
Aaron Rodgers is the reason why I got my opportunity at Cal. I remember we had our spring game. Get in there, call the play, set in, go. I done went the wrong way. As A-Rod turning around and he looking for me, he see I'm on the other side. A-Rod pull a smoothest move I ever seen, man. That boy turned around and hand the ball off to me backwards. I come around and get back into the play, man. Yard. The head coach coming over there. Before he could even get over there to open his mouth, I just hear A-Rod telling him like, no, that was me. I'm like, what the fuck? Running back coach like, no, he ran the wrong way. I know he did, because he wasn't talking that before you came over here. And A-Rod like, no, I did the wrong thing. Now, me and A-Rod done built a level of trust, and the rest was history after that. Aaron Rodgers is the reason why I got my opportunity.
Somebody told me Bibby quit rap to go to college. That's interesting because you just said he a savage. Bibby, one of the craziest I ever met in my life.
G Herbo shuts down the rumor that Lil Bibby quit rap to go to college, and then reveals the real Bibby he grew up with, a version most fans would never imagine.
Bibby and his brothers, they the opposite of how they appear. Like them, some of the craziest I ever met in my life. Like literally, like some of the craziest, like on some streets, the craziest group of brothers I ever met in my life on some streets, and they got curly hair and blue eyes. My mama ain't know who house she was letting me spend the night at the moment. You feel me? Like, but them was my brothers. Like, Bibby put me in the studio my first time. A lot of people can't tell because Bibby rarely talk, but all it take is this. Like, if Bibby, you make him mad, there's nothing you could do. There's nothing you could say to him to calm him down. It's not even like a bad thing. It's not like, oh, Bibby crazy, stay away from him. It's just, don't mess with him because he gonna go there. Like, literally, he gonna go there with the blue eyes. His eyes turn green and blue and gray by the season. Just don't play with him. Like, somebody told me.
Government-backed SBA loans.
I didn't know there was an ocean in Chicago. There's not. Big Lake.
Bro, did you take world geography? Social studies?
Big Lake. It's not an ocean. Literally Lake of Michigan. I have been in a few lakes in my life. Yes. They're brown, and I can see the end. Yes. That was a ocean. Lake Michigan. What's the difference between a lake and an ocean? You're kidding? Or I'm dead ass. Because if the lake that was in Chicago is a lake, I don't know what a lake and an ocean is. A lake is completely enclosed by land. Isn't everything enclosed by land?